There we go. Live, live, live. Hey, happy new year once again, everybody. New month. Well, it's about to be over at this point. But alrighty, so it is another Money Monday, and it's time for us to get to it. So today we're going to be discussing three things. We're going to be discussing the upcoming weekend, the Black weekend of events. So that's going to be both two different Black Flea Market events. Stop. Two different Flea Markets events this weekend. We're also going to just touch on the fact that we just had our first free masterclass, free 11 money saving and income generating tips masterclass this past Saturday. And everybody who opted to get to the recording should have seen the email around lunchtime today of the recording from that masterclass. You still have the ability to sign up for the next live one, which is happening February 27th, or to opt in for the recording yourself. So we encourage everybody to do that. Third thing we're going to be covering is some business strategies. One of the things that does not get discussed enough, outside of the fact that you need to look into more than one income stream, is the strategies to effectively generate revenue from those additional income streams sustainably, right? You're doing the extra income streams because you need the money to live. So the last thing you want to do is have to sacrifice even more time to sustain your livelihood. So that's one of the things we're going to touch on today as well. Okay, so just to cover this weekend, the Black Flea Market, which we are really a big fan of and a big supporter of, they are back. And we will be there all weekend. It will be a weekend event instead of just a Sunday event like it often is. So this weekend, one of the things that'll be happening, they'll have one event Saturday in one location and another event Sunday in another location, 1 to 5 p.m. You guys can check our site for those details. We have ads running about it, but we have not posted on social media directly. So the only way for you to cross paths with the ads is if you fall in the location and things that we're targeting with those ads. But we do also have the flyer details on our website. So you can go to the shirt website, owlstopshop.com/shirts, and you can see the details there. Or you can go to owlstopshop.com and you'll also see the flyer acknowledging the two location details there as well. We are super, super excited about this. It's the beginning of the year and we are ready to see our folks level up like never before. We are super, super stoked about that. So that's going to be this weekend, this January 30th and January 31st. If you are in, near, or around the Raleigh, North Carolina area, Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, North Carolina area, come out. If you are nowhere near those areas, but you know people in the area, let them know. This is a really great opportunity for them to support pop-up shops both Saturday and Sunday in Raleigh, NC. So this is a really great time to just start the new year on the right foot, making sure we circulate the Black dollar within our communities, making sure we truly uphold and empower Black economic empowerment, and making sure that we are doing things that allow for us to be self-sustainable in a progressive and productive way. So that's the first thing. So make sure if you can come, definitely come out. It's going to be safe and socially distance appropriate type of environment. They're outdoor environments, so you eradicate any of the possible concerns of having an indoor event. One of the things we love to have, because we cater towards not just the financials and things of that nature, but also affordable products. One of the things we typically have this time of year is hand warmers, toe warmers, and foot warmers, because it gets surreal and ain't nobody trying to be over here upholding homeostasis just to stay warm. So you guys can come see us even for those. Typically, one of the team members is just going around distributing those anyway, so people can stay warm while they're out here supporting these Black businesses. So that's something we're really excited about. Okay, so To the thing that I'm most excited about, which is the release of our free masterclass, our free 11 money saving and income generating tips masterclass. That first masterclass took place. What date was that? January 23rd, right? January 23rd. It was truly amazing. We had so much fun. The whole team was engaged with it. We crossed paths with new people in our community. And the most amazing part about it was we got to share information. Like, more than anything, we want to see our community win. We don't want to be the ones thriving off the backs of everybody. We want to make sure everybody can get to a place where they're self-sustainably progressing, right? Because 2020 was tough on millions of people. It was really, really tough on millions of people between the job losses, the eviction and possibilities, these moratoriums being the only thing that's helping some people from being able to stay where they're living. We are 2 months shy of this being a year-long pandemic with economic and societal and social and mental and emotional impacts on our community. So we really want to make sure that we can help lighten that load for as many households as possible. And while we can't, be a babysitter, or while we can't come and pretty much pay all your bills for you, what we can do is we can equip you with some concrete and tangible steps and information that you can utilize today to change your financial situation, to start to progress and advance to a stable place where, even though it's so much uncertainty happening around us, you still have the stability you need to go through the other moving facts of pieces of this situation. Outside of this pandemic causing so many job losses and so much housing insecurity, it had a huge mental impact on people. It had a major impact on mental health. And so to try to address your mental health, your finances, your housing, the fact that your lease may have ended at some point, right? You're not protected under the moratorium from evictions due to a lease end. You're protected from non-payment of rent, but in the event, at this point, it's going on a year. Most leases are somewhere between 6 months and a year. Very seldom are leases 2+ years long, right? So a lot of people have gone through a point gone through something at this point where their lease may have come to an end. And because it was already passed by all these months, the landlord or the rental agency wasn't open to the idea of allowing you to extend or renew your lease. You're already indebted to them for thousands, if not hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. So it's a situation where you got now the housing instability, you got the mental health struggles, right? You got the being locked at home, and some people are not homebodies. This is taking a major toll. So we really want to equip you with as many resources, as much information as we can for you to execute and stabilize yourself and allow for you to continue to go through this to the best of your ability, given all of the factors involved, right? So we are super excited about the 11 money saving and income generating tips. This year, we want to make sure not one person in our community has to have less than 5 figures at their disposal. 5 figures is a minimum of $10,000. Yes, $10,000. You should have that as leverage, as a bare minimum at your disposal, no matter what your age is, no matter what your economic state is, no matter what environment you're in. This is the year we want to make sure to equip you with the fundamental information and strategies to implement to be able to get to that and exceed that before this year's up. So that's number one. In the event, as of right now, you do not have $10,000 in leverage at your disposal to do whatever you need to or want to with, y'all need to go ahead, feed into the 11 money saving and income generating hacks that we offer. It's free. It's completely free, but we're going to start to give you some information through that you can start to implement immediately to start to build that little nest egg five-figure nest egg that I'm referencing right now. That is super important. Don't let 2021 just be a elevated problematic version of 2020 in your life. Like, this is the year. No excuses. And so the final thing are business strategies. So one of the things we really put an emphasis on is structuring your life as a business, because that gives you so much more leverage. It gives you so much more freedom. It gives you so many more resources and options at your disposal. So one of the things we are doing today, right? I just told you guys the only way for you to see the ad or the details about the Black Flea Market coming up this weekend from us is to either be within the targeted demographic that our ads are set up and hitting, or checking out our websites. Well, here's the thing. You can have a lot of time or you can have a lot of money. Very seldom do they overlap, right? Very, very seldom. 9 times out of 10, what ends up happening is you end up with a lot of time because you don't have a lot of money and you have scarce resources. And so what we're trying to get you to do, or you end up having no time because you're overcompensated for not having any money. And now you're willing to do whatever you can to trade time for money. So what we are focusing on this year is teaching and equipping our community, especially those who already get that you have to have more than one stream of income, who are already innovators, they hustlers, they got side hustles, they entrepreneurs, they small business owners. They're interested in starting something and making their hobby into an income source for them. What we are going to emphasize this year with our community is how to automate your processes so you can reclaim some of that time that you're sacrificing to make the extra income, and be able to do it in an effective way where it's sustainably allowing for you to generate that revenue. Like, we don't want you to be so focused on the quick buck, right? I did that video and I acknowledged to everybody that 9 out of 10 of your customers, 9 out of 10 of your customers will not buy from you the first time they learn about your business. 9 out of 10 of your customers, they're gonna let it resonate with them for a little while. It's some other stuff is gonna happen, and then they're gonna make their way back to it. So it is super important for you to strategically structure your business in a way where you don't have to become your own parent. You get what I'm saying? You don't want to structure your business in a way where you got to constantly repeat yourself for people to even have a desire to possibly feed into you down the line, or for the retention to be achievable at a later date. So it's super important for you to figure out how to automate your business. Some of the things that we have incorporated this year, more aggressively than ever before, because we really want to reach as many of us as possible, is we incorporated a lot of automated systems on the back end. We incorporated some really effective funnels. We came up with strategies, new potential customer lead generation strategies. We came up with launch strategies, not just for things that cost money, but also free things. We came up with identifying our targeted demographic, right? It's billions of people in the world. You don't need billions of people to become financially secure. No matter what your product or service is, it does not require billions of people to be your demographic. So you have to figure out how to get in front of who you need to actually be speaking with, that runs the risk of being the potential customer of yours, right? So we really fine-tuned that this year. You know, you can't save everybody. Bandwagons happen because people don't want to be left behind. The facts of the matter is, when you're doing something or offering something, the bandwagon doesn't come out the gate. What happens is the momentum comes from you effectively doing what you need to do with your targeted demographic, and then other people flock to see what's going on. So it is super, super important right now for you to know your targeted demographic, right? You have to know that. You can't just hope that anybody that sees your product is going to want to buy it. Whatever floats your boat, right? We used to hear that all the time coming up. It's because different strokes for different boats, because everybody ain't gonna vibe with you. Everybody's not gonna connect with you. Everybody's not gonna like it just because you're the one presenting it. So you have to understand and get a grasp on who is your ideal customer. What is your goal? How do you actually effectively do something better than the next person? And how are you allowing yourself to grow or expand and accessing or tapping into the market share of this specific thing that you believe that you can offer as a business or a product or service? Right? A lot of people, they see the money potential because they see a post or they see something trending or they're noticing a lot of people wear, but they don't realize that people aren't loyal to products as much as they are to brands, right? Very seldom do you go down the toothpaste aisle and just pick up the first thing that you cross paths with. Very seldom do you just buy the rock bottom lowest price for something that you want. Very seldom. 9 times out of 10, there's some type of connection you have already made to that brand, to that product, to that whatever, that makes you overlook the fact that it's something a little bit cheaper, that makes you overlook the fact that somebody has a bigger package of it or bigger option of it for less money. Like you almost, if you've ever been shopping in America, in a grocery store, in a retail store, and whatever, there are always numerous brands of every single product. And 9 times out of 10, if you come across somebody that's doing an experimental marketing campaign or doing samples at a store or something like that, 9 times out of 10, if that's not the brand you already use, you didn't even notice that brand in the store because you have your tunnel vision. There are other options. There may be better options. There may be options that align more with you, but because you don't have that brand connection, you didn't even give the product a time of day. It literally was like it didn't even exist, and it's been there as long as you've been going to that store. So it is super important, if you are a products provider, service provider, business, what is your brand? What do you offer? Who is it catered towards? Know those details, and how can you automate it? What parts of it can you create that reinforces what you already uphold in business? What messaging can you allow for people to have access to from you that reflects what you always reflect externally if engaged with directly? What type of images, right? Where can they go to see the details about your business without you being front and center? How can you provide and package that in a way where it effectively does your job over and over and over again, that allows for that person to come into contact with those words or that message or that product 50 times, right? 20 times, 8 times, 10 times, 5 times, however many times it takes for them to be like, I just needed some time to think about it. I needed some time to sleep on it, but now I'm ready and I can proceed. How do you avoid you having to be held hostage by your method that you're generating your income, right? And so there are a lot of ways to do that. You can automate it with recordings. You can automate it with scripts. You can automate it with funnels, with visual automations through ads, through brand ambassadors, copy. It's so many ways to automate it. And a lot of those ways are free. But here's the thing. You can sacrifice the time or you can sacrifice the money. And 9 times out of 10, if you really want to effectively get it done and implement it, it's going to require a financial sacrifice at some point to get to the place where you can no longer have to sacrifice the time, but also generate the amount of revenue you need to see for sustainability or to achieve and progress through your goals and your desires, or be able to scale or expand your line or your options. Don't do busy work. An idle mind is not the devil's place. An idle mind allows for you to truly tap into your creativity. It allows for you to truly tap into new ideas. It allows for you to truly think about what's next, make plans, set new goals, embrace living. That's what an idle mind allows for you to do. So it's super important for you to get to a place where you can reclaim time to just exist in your stillness. And I know that that's discouraged. Like you, but it is a it's necessary. You have to learn how to exist in your stillness. So that's what we covered today. Um, I I've learned so much from the automation process be on the back end of ads, and how it can just be beneficial to any business strategy. So one of the things we are going to start to dive into further, no matter what type of business you're running, is some of those strategies you can implement, whether you want to actually feed into ads ever, or just learn how to package and structure your business to where the brand has the ability to resonate with or without you there to make it, right? Without them having to hear your tone or see your passion up close and personal. So that's what we're going to cover next time. Um, as I mentioned, I love this shirt. I'm falling in love with this shirt more. I'm not sure why. We've had it for months now, but I'm falling in love with the Black Economic Empowerment shirt. In the event any of you guys are in the North Carolina area, definitely make sure, or people in the North Carolina area, let them know the Black Flea Market weekend, the Buy Black weekend, is happening this weekend, this January 30th and January 31st, 1 to 5 p.m. each day in Raleigh, North Carolina. People will have the ability to get our shirts at the event exclusive prices. They'll be able to come pull up, get some of the event exclusive prices for our Get Your Life course, as well as a couple of other products and services we offer. You guys, if you are not in the area, go check out our site. Our site has completely been revamped. I think you guys will find something there that you love. We want to just thank everybody who has purchased our shirts to date. If you have any of our shirts, whether you purchased it for yourself or as a gift for somebody, take a minute and get a picture and tag us in it. We love to shout out our own community, especially if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, have something going on. Let us just spotlight your little, whatever you have going on for you. Like, free ad publicity is invaluable, seriously. So that's one thing. The free masterclass, if you have not attended it, sign up. It's free. It's just around an hour long. It covers 11 money saving and income generating tips, which are truly phenomenal. um and it's great for any age. So I don't care if a person's old enough to cause bills to be needed to be paid, they're old enough to learn how to save money and generate income, right? So we love, the younger they are, the better it is for them to start learning these things. You can definitely register your youth, your person who just started that job at 15, 16, your investor that may be under 15, 16, because investing has no age restrictions, right? Get them in the course. It's a 1 hour live course, or they can view the recording in smaller time periods, right? That would be great. So make sure you sign up for that. You just go to our website, OurStopShop.com, and you can scroll down and find it from there. That's really the easiest way. So make sure you guys get signed up for that. And then the final thing is, our shirts. If you guys have yours, make sure to tag us in those. Make sure to share this video with some business owners, entrepreneurs, people with side hustles that could use it, or people who are really trying to level up in their finances in any regard, their finances or their credit in any regard. Share this, tag them in this video, subscribe if you guys aren't following us on YouTube, or following us on Facebook, Instagram, follow us, or Twitter. We really don't do that much on Twitter. They just get out our Instagram posts, but same difference. We love you guys to life. As always, we are happy to know you. We are glad to help empower you. And this is just the beginning of the best year of your life. So that is it for tonight. I'm glad we were able to touch bases again. I hope some of the information in this video was helpful. And in the event you have any questions, any concerns, please feel free to reach out to us. We want to do all we can to help equip our own in any ways that we can. Never have a problem with asking questions if you have them.